Hey horror fans, once again it is me, the Horror Miser G. It's time to do another horror movie review. This time we're going to review the movie called The Retreat 2021. Yes. Now, The Retreat is a 2021 Canadian horror film that was directed by Pat Mills and written by Allison Richards. The film stars Sarah Allen, Tommy Amber Perry, and Alan Ashmore. Yes, from X-Men. Now, in this particular film, a lesbian couple with a rocky relationship goes on a pre-wedding retreat and ends up fighting for their lives when a group of militant serial killers tries to murder them. Oh no. Now, I don't know how many more times are we going to see this type of setup in a horror movie. You take a bunch of nice-looking young folks or couples and you stick them into a nice but isolated area, such as maybe a mansion, a cabin, a hotel, or a haunted house. It seems we've seen this type of setup a whole bunch of time in horror movies. After a while, someone or some things gets out and it starts attacking the nice-looking young people or couples, where it is a werewolf, a demon, a serial killer, cannibals, zombies, some virus. It seems this always happens with this particular setup in horror movies. And of course, we've seen this type of setup in plenty of horror movies such as The Evil Dead or The Evil Dead remake, Wrong Turn or the Wrong Turn remake, and The Cabin in the Woods. Now, this is a popular setup for a horror movie as Canadian film director Pat Mills puts his hat in the basket with this setup with his latest entry simply called The Retreat. Now, in his film, lesbian couple Valerie and Renee decide to go to a cabin in the forest in the effort to bring them closer together. They are a nice-looking couple. They want to get together, and they believe that this is the way to do it. So when they arrive at the retreat, they're looking to meet gay couple Connor and Gavin, but they are nowhere to be found. After spending some time together, the ladies believe that someone is spying on them, and they're right. Someone is spying on them. Things go from bad to worse when the ladies are captured by a militant group who have terrible plans set up for Valerie and Renee. Now, as I stated earlier, this is an easy setup for Pat Mills, and he does a good job because the film looks very well good. Looks like it's well produced. We know that this is an indie film, but he does a good job. The setting is beautiful and isolated. We get some great shots of the forest, and during the end of the first act, we get some quiet moments between the ladies. I thought it was a good setup. We get some minor character development between Valerie and Renee, and it all looks pretty beautiful and good. Now, Canadian screenwriter Allison Richards also tries a little something different with this setup by having same-sex couples instead of the usual couples we've seen before. A little bit more modernized in this particular. Now, we really haven't seen that. We have seen some writers and some people in horror movies become a little bit more modernized when it comes to this type of setup. I believe there was a horror movie that came out last year also called Spiral, not to be confused with Spiral from the Book of Saw. I think there was a gay couple there. We had a gay couple in the Wrong Turn remake, and I believe there was another gay couple in another horror movie in this setup right there. And I believe this is what horror writers and filmmakers are now making it more believable in today's society, but putting in either just having a same-sex couple, or when you have a whole bunch of young people, we do have a gay couple, whether they're, whether it's two men in a relationship or two ladies in a relationship. That's what I've been seeing a lot lately. And that's a good thing to do because that's what we need to see more of in horror movies or more films in general. Now, as far as the acting goes, they're serviceable as the two lead actresses, Sarah Allen and Tommy Amber Perry. They're pretty good as Valerie and Renee. Now, in the beginning parts of the film, we see that Renee has some issues with commitment because she doesn't seem to take anything seriously. But when the shit hits the fan, she's going to make sure that both she and Valerie will make it out alive, and she will make sure she will do what it takes necessary as she's somewhat of the badass of the two ladies. It's really no surprise on the motivations of the militant group and what their plans are for the couples, and it might trigger some people, so you've been warned because it kind of triggered me a bit, but I guess it's what you expect in today's, and what's happening with today's society right now, what's going on in the world, so I'm not surprised on the motivations, but I will warn you, it might trigger some people. And while we do get some nice kills and some gore and some blood, my main problem with the film that is too damn dark at times. Now, I understand Pat is trying to create tension and suspense, but it's not going to work if the audience can't see anything what's happening. I mean, come on, guys. It's like there's a certain scene in the film where all I see is just darkness. There's no lights. Now, I understand if you were trying to use natural light, which is good because you want to make it appear somewhat creepy and suspenseful, but you want to make sure that the audience is seeing what is happening, because I've seen in other indie films that are filmed at night, that film night scenes similar to this one, and you can see everything well. So there's really no excuse for Pat and the filmmakers for having some scenes filmed too dark where you can't see shit. Now, despite that flaw, I did enjoy the film. This is a pretty good, okay horror film, even though with the cliche setup and some good acting from a lead actress and we had some decent kills. I did enjoy the film, so props to Pat and Allison for creating a nice, decent horror film. And hopefully the next outing will do much better than what they did before. But, you know, it's still an enjoyable horror film, and I think you guys would like it. So, I'm going to give The Retreat 2021 2.5 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Give it 2.5 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Yeah, despite that little minor flaw of it being too dark sometimes, it is a pretty decent horror film. I expected, really didn't come up with a lot of great expectations when I saw the film, but I did enjoy what I saw in the trailer. I thought the two lead actresses were good. You know, Aaron Ashmore, he's here just, I guess, just to be here. But, you know, I did enjoy the film. So I believe this is playing on Shudder, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. So, but if you want to watch a somewhat decent horror film, check out The Retreat 2021. So there you have it. That is my video and review of The Retreat 2021. If you have seen the film, please leave your comments in the comment section below and tell me what you thought about the film. Also, if you want to like and share this video, please do, because it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put up new videos such as this one. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember that horror rules. And I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.